This is a commercial use door handle with an integrated privacy lock. And this, well, it's a really small door. I'm going to use this display to show you why door handles like this one are about to be replaced by the next generation of privacy locks. The origins of this now ubiquitous device go way back to 1878. That's when a teenager from Washington, D.C. applied for a patent claiming an improvement for a door holding device. The fundamental elements of that invention can be seen in products like this one. So why is it that we're still opening doors like it's 1878? For the most part, the classic grip and twist door handle, well, it's perfectly fine on a wide range of applications and environments. But in the context of a single user type restroom, the hands-on door handle is in desperate need of a hands-off solution. But of course, you already knew that, right? I mean, who doesn't? Now, have you ever wondered, what is the real user benefit in being forced to first grip and then twist a knob or a lever before the door can be opened? Without doing those things first, the door is effectively locked. No matter how hard I pull, the door won't open. When you really think about it, it seems a little stupid. Well, we can blame this. The one-way latch. Let's take a look at the one-way latch. You notice there's a curved side and a flat side. The curved detail allows the latch bolt to retract automatically into the housing when it rubs against the strike plate. In the closed position, looks a bit like this. You can see this flat side will effectively deadbolt the door until the knob or the lever is manually rotated, retracting the latch into the housing and allowing the two to separate. Is this getting a little boring? I'll get to the point. For most people, having to touch door handles in public places is problematic. So it's fair to say privacy locks installed on single user type restroom doors is ground zero for door handle avoidance. But we're not yet done with the problems. Restroom door handles are pretty gross to touch, no doubt about that. But they're also associated with another irritating problem recognized by most people. I'm of course referring to the always forgotten locked status indication sign. This signage isn't just helpful when it's on the outside of the room. This thing needs to be on both sides of the door.
Yes.
That's because restroom users should be afforded the psychological comfort of knowing others outside the room are fully aware the room is in use, while at the same time, the occupant is fully aware that the door lock has been locked properly. This is not a solution to showing lock status. Pushing this tiny little button barely even confirms if the door is locked from the inside. Of course, on the other side, there's no indication whatsoever. Trying to test it to see if it is in fact locked from the inside? Well, that'll automatically unlock it, so that's not possible. So is there a hands-free operating locked status indicating privacy lock available anywhere? Well, this might work. It's a door operator. Well, it's actually a cardboard model made to look like one, but you get the point. This is what an actual operator looks like. These automatic door openers are great, and they're also a really nice solution to some of the problems I've just addressed. Check this out. With the wave of my hand, the door magically opens. Isn't that amazing? It's hands-free, and with the optional restroom add-on kit, it'll also indicate if the room is occupied. Nice. Oh, and these things cost around $3 or $4 grand, plus the add-on restroom kit, plus installation, plus ongoing maintenance and repair. But hey, all those thousands of dollars can buy some pretty cool technologies that make up the electrically powered, sensor-driven door operator. A typical parts list might include things like printed circuit board, slide track, an arm shoe, friction disc, gearbox, activation trigger, and motion sensor. What could possibly go wrong? Now this is the Restroom UP LoK. This super simple patent pending technology is the next generation of commercial application privacy locks. It's the world's first and only completely hands-free, completely manually operated, and locked status indicating privacy lock. And it's absolutely amazing. Check this out. Starting on the push side, as you'll see, there is no handle, just a well-recognized push plate. Now this plate can be mounted in the traditional vertical orientation or horizontally to encourage the use of an elbow for pushing. The only other functionality on this side of the door is to indicate if the room is occupied. That's done when the lock is engaged and a bright red indicator appears. Turning the model around to show the pull side of the door, you'll notice there's a familiar lever-style handle that's essentially being flipped around and extended out to accommodate a wrist or a forearm. This ensures a quick and safe disengagement of the user's arm when leaving the room. You'll also notice the design of the handle will not allow purse straps or articles of clothing to catch upon egress. Using the handle is very easy. Simply pivot up to lock, down to unlock, pull to open. That's it. Nothing else moves. And of course, these operations can be performed by the hand, but also a wrist or forearm. For first-time users, there's some instruction on the stainless steel UpLock, as well as a full-color graphic that can be placed near the product to remind users. How could this get any easier? It offers the same hands-free benefits found on the expensive door operator and is designed to be even easier to use than the age-old grip and twist door handle. In fact, in comparison, it makes this whole thing look fairly complicated. Take a look at this. This is the world's first asymmetrical two-way latch bolt. You'll notice there's a draft angle on both sides. This allows for the latch bolt to automatically retract on the close as well as the open. This latch is the game changer. That's because there's no longer a need to grip or twist anything every time you want to push or pull a door open. Dual automatic retraction means the door operates similar to that of a latchless swing door with the added ability to lock it. The locking mechanism is very smart and unique. Here's something no other privacy lock can do. When the user engages the lock from inside the room, it can be tested without automatically unlocking. Another important safety feature is the emergency unlock override. That's where the lock can be easily defeated from the outside using many common objects. Here's an example. In the case of an emergency inside the room with the lock engaged, the supplied 1/4-20 bolt can be used to defeat the lock by simply threading it into the indicator and pulling. This can also be done with things like scissors, keys, and even hairpins. There's also an anti-barricade feature. This safety benefit transfers full control of the lock to the outside of the room, regardless of what position the handle is in. This feature is just an extension of the emergency unlock override. In situations where the handle is being held in the lock position, the emergency override will not work. To overcome this and transfer full control of the lock to the outside of the room, the indicator needs to be pulled out as far as it will go to release the lock. The Restroom UP LoK is about getting in and out of public washroom facilities in the most hygienic way possible, without the need for expensive and complicated electromechanical systems. Unlike the door operator, the Up LoK is very simple and extremely affordable. costing about as much as a typical grip and twist grade 1 privacy lock, yet offering user benefits similar to that of the operator. And unlike a typical grade 1 privacy lock, this is completely hands-free in operation, and it indicates locked status on both sides of the door. So, have I now convinced you there's a much better way to navigate single-user restroom doors that doesn't involve using your hands or having to worry about a knock on the door? The Restroom UP LoK is that better solution. It's what your customers, your tenants, and your guests will all want to see in your restroom facilities. It is the world's best privacy lock. Hands down.